Welcome, it's Denome. In this video we're going to take a look at the state of DeFi and the state of yield farming specifically. And in this video we're going to take a look at the best APYs currently available, as well as how sustainable everything is, and we're going to take a look at how different protocols that I've made videos about have performed as well. So let's just get started with this one. Stick around until the end, where I will show where the yield farming thing will go in the future, in my opinion. So stick around for that. But first, as you know, most yield farming is done on Ethereum blockchain. So we had Uniswap, which was forked into SushiSwap, which was forked into MoonSwap, as well as DeFi Swap by Crypto.com and 100 other copycats. As well as we have the Yearn Finance, which are pretty much doing their own thing, which was forked into YFI, YFV, and Swerve.fi. As well as we have the Compound protocol, which is like a lending platform, as well as the APY lending platform with the Lend token, and that was basically forked into Cream protocol. And Cream also, they are implementing Uniswap as well, so they've been able to capture quite a bit of value as well. But that's Ethereum. Then we have Tron network, which is much smaller, and we have many protocols here on Tron as well, which are basically just copies from whatever Ethereum is doing. And now we have, since 5 days ago, we have Binance chain, or Binance Smart Chain, and we have the Burger Swap here, as well as Swap Tuna, and other things are building here as well. And then we have a little bit things going on in EOS platform, and I don't even know what's happening on EOS, but I hear that yield farming is coming on EOS as well. And then we have Centralized Farming, and Hotbit is a representative of Centralized Farming. So what they are doing is that they are doing all these different things on Ethereum, but you can save a little bit of gas fees because they are managing the funds in a centralized manner. So as more capital are being moved around, the gas fees are a little bit lower. So you have to give up some conveniences, like having your own keys here, as well as you have to pay a little bit of a performance fee for Hotbit for doing all of that, as well as you have to trust Hotbit, which is a little bit annoying. But that's another, like a centralized decentralized finance. What's they call it? CDFI. So anyway, that's happening there as well. So this is basically the current state here. So now let's take a look at the APYs on different protocols. So SushiSwap, as you know, I actually have to go back to Ethereum network here. Sorry about that. So SushiSwap here, you can see the APYs currently, they are loading up. So what happened here is that the first 2 weeks, they have 10x rewards on SushiSwap. But now, after the 2-week period, the rewards have come down a lot. So the APYs have dropped dramatically. I've been in the banned ETH pool, so this is only 200% annual return currently. So the APY definitely dropped a lot here. And what happened afterwards is that there was something called MoonSwap.fi, which did a vampire attack on, or which is doing a vampire attack on SushiSwap, which did a vampire attack on Uniswap. So currently you can stake your SushiSwap liquidity pool tokens here and get 4x rewards. So for example, I'm in the banned ETH pool here. So I'm currently earning 500% on my banned ETH SushiSwap liquidity pool tokens. So this is a better place for my yield currently with my banned ETH liquidity pool tokens than I would get on SushiSwap. So that's just what's happening here. And I don't recommend buying these Moon tokens, but you can farm these with these different things. And what they are currently doing is that they are actually building a layer 2 solution for SushiSwap. So you have the higher liquidity provider rewards, as well as it's layer 2, so you will save on gas fees. So if you have money here, they will do that. I actually haven't gone too much detail how legit all of this is, but this is where I currently have my money, and it's been around for like 3 days now. So I don't know how sustainable it is, how safe it is. I still need to look it up, but this is where I'm currently farming my Moon tokens. And just you have to know that Moon tokens, they dropped in value 50% since yesterday. So that's a little bit annoying. So keep that in mind, that the farm and the yield is always going down as more it's being farmed. Then we have Swerve.fi, which is another fork from YFI protocol, and they did it in a way which went around their copyright and their patent rights. So they did a fork successfully here, and you can get a little bit higher return here than you can get on a Yearn.finance. So if we just take a look at Yearn.finance, you can see that the YYCRV pool is getting about 77.6% annual return. So this is quite nice still for the stable coins, but the YETH pool, the yield here has dropped dramatically. So this was 90% and 60% previously, now it's only 20%. So this is, I would not put money here if I was you, because you have to pay the gas fees as well as you have a chance for liquidation if the apocalypse happens. So this is basically not profitable anymore. But if you have YETH tokens, then I would probably just keep them in YETH, because this APY is constantly moving, so it could go up as more people withdraw money here. So keep that in mind as well. And then we have something called Harvest.finance, which is actually aggregating yield farming. So as you can see here, they are doing their FDAI, which is using the, let me go back here. So the FDAI is using the Swerve. What is it? Swerve.fi DAI pool, as well as you get the farm tokens on top of that. So that's the FDAI right there. And then they have different things. So the Harvest.finance is probably one of the best places for yield farming currently. So they are aggregating yield farming here. And let's just take a look at these ones. They had some pretty nice ones, like if you put 90% in Link and 10% in farm on Balancer pool, you can get 300% annual return. So this was quite nice. And Harvest.finance, it is, they had what they had? They had like a 430 million USD worth of capital here as well. So it's quite nice, quite big already as well. And Hotbit, this is they get on USDT, on TUSD, on DAI, and on USDC, they get 151% annual return here. And as you know, I have a little bit money here as well. So if we go to the assets here, you can see that the investing records, I had 1000 USD here, I earned $59, and then I deposited the whole thing back here. And the withdrawals work here. I withdrawn USDT previously a few times on Hotbit, as well as Zora token I've withdrawn here successfully. So I never had any problems, even though many people say they have had problems. But of course, you have to take a third-party risk here. You don't own your private keys, as well as you have to trust that they are doing yield farming in a proper manner. And I deposited this, as you can see, on 12th of September, so I still haven't earned any USDT. I hope I can start earning USDT starting today. So what they are doing is that they deposit everything in a bulk back into yield farming, as well as they withdraw money from that in a bulk to save on gas fees. So that's the inconvenience that you have to deal with if you do let Hotbit farm for you using the different protocols. And by the way, the cool thing with here is that if you go to the investment tab here, and if you go to USDT DeFi Smart Pool and you click detail, you can actually copy this Ethereum address to take a look at what yield farming method they are actually doing. So you can keep tabs on whatever they are doing, and as you can see here, they're basically managing everything once per day. So that's pretty cool. And here you can see that they are using Curve.fi, as well as they're using the Harvest.finance, FUSD, FDAI, FUSDC, FUSDT. Yeah, those are the pools they are currently using, as well as they're using Uniswap for some trading, I don't know what. But anyway, these are the protocols that they are currently using to generate 150% annual return on USDT on Hotbit. And they are, yeah, that's basically that. And next, we have the Cream.finance, and this is a little bit of a letdown for me. So if I go here, you can see that, let me make this a little bit larger so we can have two columns here. So as you can see, I have 400 USDT here, then I took a $4,000 loan, and then I put the $4,000 here back. So my capital on this platform is only $4,000, even though it looks like I have 12,000. So keep that in mind. You have to minus the lend from the supply. to know what your capital is. And I have the YYCRV tokens as well as I have the YETH tokens here. But if I go to the rewards, I have never claimed this before, and I only have 0.12 cream, which is only about $20 currently with the current price. So one cream is about $17, $170, I mean. So this yield is much, much lower than I had hoped. So I'm a little bit of this was a letdown for me for sure. So keep that in mind. If you want to get here, the gas fees are stupidly high. So one transaction I had to do here cost me 100 USD just to get the loan out from the here. So let me actually show that. Let me take out try to take out the loan. So let me take out the loan in USDC, and let's borrow like 100 USDC, borrow, and the gas fee is just stupidly high here. $73 just to borrow money. This is unbelievable. I don't know how they can make the I don't know what they're doing here, but $73 just to get a loan. So this was ridiculous for me. So Cream.Finance, definitely a letdown. And the most things that you can actually do on Cream.Finance is the Cream Swap. So the APYs, if you provide liquidity on the Cream Swap, these are actually the only viable ones. But the borrow lend thing, that was a massive letdown for me. This yield is too low, too low. So I'm actually just considering taking out my funds away from here and putting it somewhere else, because this definitely was a big letdown for me. So keep that in mind as well. That's Cream, and then we have YFV Finance, and this one actually has been performing quite well. So they have again 550 million USD worth of funds here, and the KNC pool, which I'm currently in, it's still yielding 400% annually. So this is quite nice. Just keep in mind that if you provide liquidity on YFV.Finance, they are actually transferring the token from YFV to Vault token, because they burned the keys to YFV, so they cannot actually make any changes. So now they are moving to Vault token so they can have changes once again. I don't know why they did that, but anyway, that's a little bit funny. So this is actually has been quite sustainable, but a little bit of a letdown. I had 200 USD worth of stablecoins here, and it's only yielding 74% annually here. So this is a little bit of a letdown, and you get the rewards mostly in YFV token, so you are subject to the price fluctuation of YFV here. So it's a little bit of a letdown as well. So I'm considering taking these out as well. But the KNC pool, I'm still happy with that, 400% annually. That's pretty nice. What else do we have? We have the Crypto.com DeFi Swap pool. So this one, you can see I have the 1,000 CRO staked, as well as I had 400 USD worth of liquidity here. And the first day reward was 1,054 CRO, and the second day reward was only 120 CRO. So the APY dropped by 10x already. So the APY currently is quite low, and I actually put more liquidity here. So I doubled my liquidity here to get only 100 CRO per day. So the APY here currently is quite low. So the APY is only 100% annually here. So if you are considering between DeFi Swap as well as the min-max strategy that I covered with Crypto.com, the min-max strategy is a little bit more sustainable currently, because this one is going down constantly as well. But I think the min-max strategy is going up because more people have CRO staked here, so maybe not as many people are participating in the min-max strategy. So that can actually be more profitable. So you can take a look at that one here if you haven't, if you don't know what the min-max strategy is with Crypto.com. But anyway, if you want to participate here, there's only 11 days left for the 1 million CRO per day airdrop to liquidity providers. So if you want to benefit from this, you actually need at least 8,000 USD capital to even make back the 1,000 CRO that you had to lock in for 4 years here. So of course they will have more incentives in the future, and they have stated that they will have incentivized pools individual pools that will yield more in the future. So that's what they will have. But as is, this is not currently a very good place for capital, unless because you have to stake the CRO and put it for like 4 years to make it even worthwhile. So you lose $150 to even get started here. So you need a lot of capital to actually benefit from this yield right here. And now let's move over to Tron network. So Tron network, there are a few good places currently for yield. One is iCherry.finance, and they have more pools available. I would not put money in this one, but USDT pool is coming live in 2 days, and TRX pool is coming live in 3 days, or 4 days actually. So these are the ones I'm looking at to participate in the future. Currently, I have money in the USDJ TRX pool, which is still yielding 500% annually on checkpool.finance. So this is quite nice. I'm earning these JFI tokens, and let's see if I can actually, do I have to refresh this page? Anyway, I'm getting these JFI tokens. It's I have about 1,200 USD worth of capital here currently, so it's yielding about $15 per day at the moment. So that's still pretty nice. So this is probably one of the best places in Tron network currently. And then we have the burger swap on Binance Smart Chain. So this happened 3-4 days ago, and this is a little bit of an annoying one because you have to change the main network Ethereum on MetaMask here to Binance Smart Chain, and I'm not gonna show this in this video. Satoshi Stacker made a good video how to do this, but these are basically BEP20 tokens here, and you can withdraw them from Binance. You can use my referral link to get up on Binance, but anyway, you need to have MetaMask set up on the Binance network chain right here to participate. And whatever tokens they have here, you can put them in the pool, and you will earn burger tokens. And when you vote in the governance, you earn those burger tokens back. So you have to participate in governance to earn these. And then you have something called Swap Tuna, which opened yesterday on Binance chain as well. So I put $200 here, and I'm earning a little bit Tuna. And Tuna, they have their own exchange as well. And this is another copy of a copy of a copy. So let's just take a look at Tuna. So one Tuna currently is 0.01 BNB. This was actually going lower as well. So this is not a very sustainable yield farm. So what do I think of all the yield farming currently? Let's go back here. So I think, as you can see, a lot of capital, like SushiSwap, they had $1 billion at some point, and now the capital is being divided between different protocols and different blockchains, and that's what I'm expecting to happen more, is that the yields will balance as time goes on, as well as like YFV has been proving quite successful, even though there's been some drama there as well, but it's still providing 400% annually with my KNC, so that's pretty cool. As well as SushiSwap is still quite sustainable to everyone's surprise. Harvest.finance is working quite well. Hotbit is working here. So I don't think yield farming is going anywhere, but I do think that the craziness of yield farming has calmed down a bit. And people like, would you put money in burger swap if the APY is just going to be the same as on Ethereum or Tron? I don't know. Maybe you want to do it, but for most people, maybe it's not the best place to put your money in. You can of course play around with it, but the APY is just gonna go down and down and out as well, and they're gonna balance themselves out anyways. So keep that in mind as well. Another thing is that before I show my ultimate plan going forward, is that Yearn.finance, they are building something quite nice here. So they're actually building an impermanent lossless impermanent, how do I say, they are building a Uniswap kind of platform without impermanent loss. So this is something that's going to happen soon, so we'll see how many times that will be forked, but that's actually innovating on the whole ecosystem. As well as the YFI token will have more utility. They will have a lending platform from the stable credit system that's coming on YFI, so that's pretty neat. definitely looking out for this one. I've been considering buying some YFI tokens myself, but I still cannot get myself into buying it because there hasn't been any significant pullback yet. So I'm still waiting for YFI to calm down a bit. It just cannot be going up all the time. So I'm not in YFI train yet. But I'm definitely wanting to see what their automated market maker will be, which they will release quite soon. I think they had said they will release it in a week or so. So this is something I'm definitely eyeing on. And another thing, the price of BNB token, it just skyrocketed. It went up by almost 50% after Burger Swap was released on Binance chain. So what I'm currently eyeing at is protocol smart chain blockchains that don't have yield farming yet. So I'm looking at Algorand, I'm looking at Zilliqa, I'm looking at Atom, and as well as I'm looking at EOS, because these platforms, they have smart chains already, and it's only a matter of days until we will have something like Burger Swap on those platforms. And once that happens, I think there will be a lot of utility, a lot of those tokens being locked in these different protocols. So if you're not interested in the yield farming, a good idea is to just take a look at these different smart chain platforms and think where yield farming will go next. So that's one thing. And the next thing I'm currently looking at is just protocols that have sustainable yield that they can generate. So even though the whole yield farming probably in the long run will not be sustainable, but as long as I'm not risking myself to these crazy food coins, like I have like reliable actual coins that are being used to farm these shit coins basically, I'm still doing that. Why not? As long as it's safe. So that's why I'm using protocols that have proven themselves. But what is it? MoonSwap. This is quite risky, so I still haven't looked at this one. I still have my money here, but I need to take a look at a deeper dive what they're actually doing. But anyway, that's the current situation, the current state of DeFi, the current state of yield farming. I think the next frontier will be the new blockchains. So that's just my assessment for this video. I hope you like this video, subscribe to the channel as well. I hope you like this breakdown of the current situation, and I will hope to see you in the next video. Oh, by the way, subscribe to the channel as well. All right, see you.